starting time for all booked excursions will be changed to accommodate our delay.
Hello and welcome to the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Dave K, and today we're going to the Netherlands. It is my first time ever in the Netherlands. So my first solo cruise, the first Europe trip, it's the first everything, but today is the first Netherlands day, and I'm so excited to share it with you. We just heard an announcement that our arrival to the Netherlands will be delayed by 1 hour, but that's okay. We get to enjoy some tasty foods and share the views with you, and our excursion will still be happening. I'm going to be doing an Amsterdam canal cruise tour. I think it's one of the most exciting tours that they had in Amsterdam and in the Netherlands. There was also, of course, ones closer to ijmuiden, or ijmuiden. But I wanted to check out Amsterdam as well, and it just sounded so amazing doing that canal cruise, so I'm very excited to share that with you. Going to start us off today with some delicious food, make our way upstairs, eat some delicious stuff, and then we'll be off to the Netherlands. Let's get to it. Before we step behind this door and see what's inside the MSC Magnifica and see what the Netherlands has to hold, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay the most informed and prepared for future Dave adventures, including the remainder of this amazing cruise. Let's go check out the Netherlands. Take a look out there, way off in the distance. Just grab my food, but I don't know if you can see the floating wind farm out there. You have a bunch of these not windmills, right? Maybe it is windmills. Collecting wind energy way out there. I wouldn't have expected to see that in the middle of the ocean. That's really interesting. Got my food here, and let's talk it through. All right, we have fruit cup, we have this dates going on right here. I'm trying to try as many new things as I can. The baked apple here. It's a lot of sugary things too. Chocolate chip pancake. You know, I gotta stick with some protein here. The omelet. I'm trying the hash brown as well. You know, I feel like a fruit's a good staple too. A little muffin over there. We'll see how this goes. You know, it is pretty similar every day for breakfast here. So I want to do the sit-down one at one point, but I also don't want to miss the views as we arrive at ijmuiden today. So that's why I'm doing this one, and I also get coffee up here. So let's enjoy it. Would you take a look inside this baked apple? It's cut right apart there. It looks juicy and tender. I don't know if I've had one of these before, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Let you know. That is a nice way to cook an apple, indeed. Yeah, not bad. I'm not a huge apple person, but I could see eating this again. It's actually really bright looking out this way. I put on my sunglasses here. It seems like we're going east, but like starting to pull a little bit south, so the sun's coming right at us. I think that's what we're doing at least. And then look at this boat here. It just kind of drove out in our direction, stopped alongside us. I hope that's a good sign. I hope that means that we're about to be escorted in to the water of the Netherlands. But I guess we'll find out here shortly. You know, look at him. He's turning around with us. Maybe he's going to follow us along here. That being said, it seems like he's having a bit of a rough time in the waves. So, yeah, he's settling out. And I think he's bringing us in. Lacerta pilots. Yeah, I'm only envisioning that means someone to escort us. And look at the flag. What is that? It seems like he was right up next to us for a while. Now he's pulling away. Not sure what's going on. A few people were looking too. I assumed it was a pilot, you know, taking us in, but maybe he was grabbing something. Who knows? And for the muffin here, not bad. You know, it had some nice sweetness to it, nice texture. Not really sure what the flavor was though. Almost seemed like a candied, I don't know, red fruit, possibly. So overall, breakfast not bad. I'd say probably similar to the usual. You know, I stick with my staples here: the omelets and the croissant, the fruit cup. Depends what you like, but you know, it's nice that there's at least something decent for me to eat in the mornings. Ladies and gentlemen, would you take a look at this? Came up on us quick here. It seems like we've entered this little alcove, which makes me think we are in Netherlands now. Let's go take a look on that side of the ship. Check that out, the Dutch waiting for us down there, watching us make our way in. That's awesome. Continuing our way up the ship to see what we see. Hello, MSC cruise ship. We are waiting for you. Here we are, stepping upwards. You can see I'm just walking along. Got this nice little outdoor walking space here. I want to maybe go up another deck to get some photos as we make our way in, because you can see we're pretty much there. It just came up all of a sudden. You know, I only stopped for a moment to use the loo, and here we are. So let's go check upstairs, see what that looks like. You can see ice track in action here. Cool to see how this one's played. It seems like you push it through the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are, hidden behind a little bit of signage. Let me find a better spot. Pretty sure it's through here, that disco area we saw yesterday with beautiful viewing. See if that works out for us. Oh no, disco and bowling that way. Well, that's okay. This side works too. You can see quite a few people on the far side there. Only a couple of people on this side here. I'm going to take a look out of this side, but then probably move over to that side if that's the side for pictures. Unclear. Upstairs being that Aria experience section. So don't know if we can get up there either. Couldn't quite find my way back to the disco yet, but I wanted to make sure I caught these views. And look at that, you've got the wind farms welcoming us in here too. You can see people standing on that middle section too. That's probably the best option. You can see more crowded down here, not so much up there. Let's see what kind of pictures we can get from both. I'm again pretty directionally lost here, so I think maybe I'll just go up over there. I'm trying to find the disco. Maybe I can ask someone for some help here, but I don't want to miss all the views on the way in, so see what we can do. And take a look back on this side. It's getting a lot busier here. A lot more action as we pull in. I'm done looking for the disco for now. I'm just so lost going through there. You know, I'm trying to go through to go up, but then it says it's out this way. It doesn't make sense for the disco to be in the middle. I know it's on deck 14, so anyways, let me maybe just go to that upper deck, take a look from up there. Here we are. This is a fantastic view for us. You can see all the way around as we're turning the vessel. Port over there, plenty of ships going on. Little island, wow, in the middle. Little peninsula sticking out over there. Not peninsula, this is a peninsula. That's an island. Really, really cool to see. And you can see they got the colors. Ukraine colors they're repping over there. Very nice. Beautiful spot. As we move a bit further in, you'll see more views on this side of like the steam, the industrial stuff. It does seem like a very industrial town, but of course also the water connecting into Amsterdam here so that they can do their business via ocean as well. Very, very cool to see. Beautiful place. I'm just going to stand here, take it in a bit myself, enjoy it, and then we'll see how soon we're out there. I'm really glad I caught the ascent on this one, you know, us pulling up, the approach, because, you know, I missed the pulling away in Le Havre, and then I saw from a distance. It was really beautiful. Really cool to see this area too. And again, very industrial looking, but just so nice to be out here to experience our arrival in a country I've never been to, the Netherlands. Be able to experience a new part of the world, a new country, a new government and political system. Just everything being different here. Well, they still use the euro, but you get the idea. Really, really cool to see. Well, let's check this one out. You know, this is a really fun view too. You can see the back of the ship and kind of how it seems like everything else is moving except us in the water, right? The back of the ship stays constant, of course, because we're on the front of the ship. And just kind of watching the stuff move in the background is beautiful, relaxing perspective. And as we wrap up our arrival here, as we dock into the port, you can see people standing down there waiting for us. You can see we're getting really close here. And then you got a lot of countryside there. Probably a lot of like walking paths if you wanted to walk out that way. You've got all those cars moving through the countryside in the distance. And then a lot more of that like warehouse industrial stuff here in front of us. Seems like quite a bit going on here. I think comparatively to Le Havre, you probably have a lot more in walking range, at least in terms of like trails, you know, walking trails and things like that. But I'm not sure, maybe similar where, you know, your best activities will take a bus. But it seems like we were told the other day that you can walk to maybe like the terminal, which might be that building, and behind it you can catch a bus to Amsterdam or their Haarlem, which is with 2 A's, or something like that. It's cool. Here is, maybe that's the terminal in the distance, the bus terminal. Off there, you can see that way. Over on this side, a little bit windy right now, so hopefully my hand covering it is helpful. You've got this, well, it looks like an oil rig sitting here. You've got a bunch of buildings out here, and then it seems like they're doing some dirt or sand transportation. There's that pilot vessel behind us on the windmills. Oh man, beautiful place. Let's check this one out. So I got some help indoors here when I was in that indoor section for a moment or two. The disco is indeed on the opposite side of the ship. I think maybe I was on the forward when I thought I was in the back, but live and learn. Beautiful view here, and I did warm up a bit. Hopefully some nice views from the disco too, but maybe we'll take some photos out here actually as well. That might be nice. And here we are in the disco. It seems not only nice and quiet in here, not a whole lot of people out there taking photos either, so it is a nice private isolated spot if you're looking for some photos right now. Maybe it was busier earlier as we were pulling in, I don't know. There were a bunch of kids inside too, but not too loud from where I'm at. I think we'll go out there, take a couple of pics. Maybe we'll warm up for a second, then go take some pics. Then I'm gonna grab my additional layers because I'm gonna want those outside. Take a look, that full view here from, am I in the front or the back of the vessel here? From the vessel. Yeah, look at that countryside in front of us, the Felsen Cruise Terminal. So we'll see that as an icon. It says welcome in English on the top. I hear that they speak so many languages here in the Netherlands. English, German, French, and Dutch, I believe, are the main 4. that most people speak, but I don't know. And one more side for you to take a look at before we make our way back inside to the warmth. You can see beautiful perspective on the side too. It's just such an incredible place, you know, just even right here in the port, the three sides. You've got the industrial side, you've got the countryside, and the ocean side more or less over there. Really cool to see. You know, as I think about a lot of these places, I'm like, oh yeah, could I see staying here long term? Could I see potentially like retiring in different places, different countries? I think it's very cold, considering it's April in Netherlands. Might be too cold of a country for me to be based out long term, but something to think about. Maybe a nice summertime destination. I'm excited to see the canal cruise today, but it's very windy. It's like the windy country. I don't know if it's gonna be this windy the whole time, maybe just because we're on the ocean, but seems really windy for now. Let's go change. So I went down to reception and found out my trip sounds like the same time. I also found out there's so many people doing the Amsterdam City Cruise and Canal Tour that they have two separate groups and two separate times. I'm not sure why I'm in the later time. Figured nice would be earlier. That way I can be out there, they can show me around, and then I can stick around. But maybe this is the English-speaking group, so nobody here right now at the travel agency. I think they close at shore generally. But you can see this was the popular choice for sure. The city tour and canal cruise. There's also canal cruise on your own. And next time, maybe I'd try something like just booking my own trip altogether, not even using their buses. But here it seems like a very accessible city, so it'll be nice to check out today. I'm 12, but I wanted to ask, is there, I don't know, like, you know, some are earlier, some are later. Is there a reason why I'm in the later one instead of the earlier one? These are German ones, this is English ones?
No.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, it didn't seem like a whole bunch of information there. But they said come back at 1 p.m. and, you know, probably a language component involved, so. Oh, actually, I want to check downstairs, see what the lunch menu looks like. So, we're making our way down now. Hadn't been down here on the 5th floor. Seems like you got your medical center there. Nice to know where it is now, right beneath the Royal Theatre. And learning the ship more and more. You know, I get to walk through on the lowest level. I don't know, is this from forward to back, maybe? But cool, let's check it out. Take a look at the lunch menu here in all of our languages, as per the usual. Spring rolls sound pretty good. You know, you got your, wow, what is that? Hound fillet. I'm actually kind of worried about what that is. Udon noodles sounds pretty good. Cheesesteak sandwich is an option. You got your usual variety of desserts. I don't know, do I wait until noon, eat here? I think it'll be a little bit more of a squeeze, like time crunch. Because, you know, I was 1:15 last time I came for lunch. That was a definite time crunch, so I don't know, you know, do I stick around for this or should I just eat upstairs? We'll see. All right, I just barely squeezed in a second breakfast here, we'll call it. It's worth noting they close the breakfast side here at 11:30 and they open the lunch side at noon. And it's a little bit tricky timing-wise because my excursion's at 1, so I'm like, well, I can't wait till noon to eat downstairs. Maybe I could eat up here at noon because it's a buffet style, so you can just grab it, but still, I figured it's best to get started early. Just a couple of more, you can tell, super healthy options here, and a little bit more coffee. So this will maybe kickstart us, and then at noon maybe we grab a little bit more snacks from the other side, see what they're offering over there, and we'll be out on our way. So that way we won't be eating until the boarding time. We'll be eating until maybe like 12:30, and we can make our way downstairs. And it's also worth noting that I get to enjoy this beautiful view. Look at that, you've got your travel groups down there. Also mentioning, I have 2 cups of water. I usually drink about 4, so this way I only have to go back and refill them both once instead of refilling a single cup 4 times. So, you know, I really don't know what I was thinking with cake in the morning, but it's not bad cake. I wanted to try it, you know, I'm trying to try as much as I can. Not too sweet in the cake itself. This is pretty sweet on top. It's almost like a white chocolate sort of thing. But the cake is nice, got a nice little chocolate edge to it. It's a little bit sweet, like a sweeter bread, but not too sweet like our American cakes. This is a good one. If you're looking for a little bit of sugar, well, it's probably a good bit of sugar with your breakfast. This is cool to see. Look at this. He's pulling off the signs from above us. You can see he's attaching new signs from breakfast to lunch here. So look at that. They're nice little Velcro signs. And I like that they have that signage, right? You get an idea of what kind of food you're in for. So really, really cool to see. It looks like instead we're going to be doing the same egg station, the carving station. Oh yes, that sounds good. And I think I maybe said he's got Velcro there. It's actually magnets. So it's magnets that attach it to the thing. So it's quiet too. It's really nice, really clever process, right? Change those signs super easily here. Back in the room now to make sure I didn't forget anything. Grab all the warm weather gear. You know, I walked by the lunch counter and they had, you know, pizzas and they had some of the same hot goods and some tasty looking desserts, but I was pretty full just from the couple of breakfast type items. So I think I'm good. And I keep coming across this. Balcony maintenance again on my bed. Tomorrow, balcony maintenance. So curtains closed from this evening to to ensure your privacy. So it seems like they do a lot of balcony maintenance around here. Yeah, it makes it tricky to keep those blinds open, but it's a beautiful view when we have it. Let's take a look right now, real quick. You've got this beautiful view from right outside my window. Really, really nice. Glad I get a chance to have that. Here it is, right outside on my balcony. You know, I haven't gotten all that much use out of it. It's cold, for one, and I'm trying to go out and see all the things and do all the things, for two. But not to mention the balcony maintenance. But look at this great view from here. Get to just take it in. It looks like the cruise terminal is right down that way. You've got all this other machinery and stuff around me here too. I'm gonna take some photos out here for sure, at least to make some use of this balcony. And then I'm sure we'll be making our way outside in just a moment. Another very interesting observation. No key card in here means no lights come on, right? But the lights in the bathroom are indeed on. And the charger is working in there because this switch is on. Now that charger doesn't work when the lights are off in there, when this switch is off. But apparently the bathroom lights work without the key card being in. Weird, right? But now you know, that's how it works. I don't know if next time I would go for a balcony on like a Northern Europe trip, just because of the temperatures, but maybe, you know, there's pros and cons. That's something to think about, really a question of pricing. So we can get into that in a further point. Would you like to hear something about that, a live stream, or another video on the topic, what's worthwhile on the cruise? Let me know what you think. Standing up here, you can see they're pouring dirt into that vessel for some reason. It must be a big dirt transport, because we saw some vessel moving with dirt earlier, right? That's probably going to take a while to pour all that dirt in there. But cool to see their process. Now seated down here, they're pushing out that last group that went 15 minutes before us, and we'll be on our way here shortly. It seems like they're running a bit late too. It's about 12:55 when they announced the 12:45 group to go to the exit. Maybe they were just like collecting everyone else who missed the time. They were like 10 minutes late, but pretty much our time now. So just hopefully we'll be called any minutes. Last time I came, you know, they started walking a few minutes early, like 5 to 3 minutes early. Today, it's time. We haven't started yet, so maybe it just depends on the day. Probably smart to be there at least 5 minutes early, but hopefully it won't take too much longer.
11 and 12. 11 and 12.
Here we have our all aboard time, so we got a good chunk of time here today. Hello, and welcome to the Netherlands. Let's check this one out, heading right to our bus tour. Hopefully in English. Let's see.
I want to introduce our captain, Fred.
Hey Fred. Hey Fred. Hey Fred.
Additional emergency exits may be found in the roof.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I see that. Of the boat or at the retractable part of the roof. In the unlikely event of an emergency, the staff will open the emergency and go jump to the water. No. Oh, sorry. Life jackets. There are only 2 life jackets. One of the captain or one for the...
Beautiful boat tour here. Take a look around in the Netherlands. We're in Amsterdam. Just got off that beautiful boat tour. So cool to experience that one. Definitely more worthwhile if you ask me, comparatively to the other excursion that we did. And I'm sure we'll walk around here a bit and see more of what the city has to offer, maybe. Making our way down now to the meeting point. Our guide is taking us to the meeting point, so we'll know where to meet up. And then we're doing, I don't know how long we're doing on our own, a few minutes on our own, grab snacks or whatever else. And then we will make our way back to the boat. It's a fun one though. Take a look around here. You can see the small shops all around us. We got Gypsy King over there. You can definitely smell the coffee shops that she told us about. Cafes where you get coffee. You can smell the coffee shops though instead. It's an interesting dynamic. Really interesting looking trees out here. You'll see you got these buildings. Really interesting architecture too, but I don't know what's going on with these trees, like little nubs at the top. Cool to see as we're walking to that meeting point destination. Hey, how's it going?
Very well, how are you?
Good. You sure you need this from me, huh?
Yeah, that one's time I showed you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. So
yeah, definitely don't want to lose this. Really amazing time checking out Amsterdam. There's so much more I would have loved to have seen and to have done, but the time was short too. You know, we only had an hour on the bus, an hour on the boat, and then an hour-ish on our own. Didn't seem like an hour, but it was nice to get out there, see some sights. I went to a restaurant, sit with some friends, and that was pretty much all the time. Now back in the theater for our show. I'll have to give you a longer briefing on the Netherlands later, but really cool, and totally would go back, spend more time. So if you ask me, I thought that one was cooler than our France excursion, but different people, different opinions, so I thought there was plenty to do and to see. And the canal cruise was amazing, if you ask me. It was my favorite part. But anyways, let's check out this stage show, let you know what we think, and get to enjoy a bit yourself, as you've seen in the past.
I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog on yesterday. Get back to where you once belonged. Get back, we are in the yellow submarine. Then you can start to make it better. Mary comes to me, speaking in words of wisdom. Let it be. Na, na, na. Let it be. I hate you. Never and never you stay behind. I will love you too. It starts to burn, and I feel with the night. On the morning rain, I used to feel in New York City. All we need is music. Let's go, let us shall be free. Let's go back, let's way back when. Bring on, bring on, bring on. Like a river flows surely to the sea. Take my hand, falling in love with you. The hotel block was the answer to the great house rock. The whole conversation was a breath of yeah, let's rock. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. We don't need another hero. And it gets stronger day by day. Oh, I love you, baby, baby, River dip down tonight, yeah. If I don't find again this time tomorrow, somebody to love, find me, somebody to love, can anybody find me? Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, play in the street, gonna be a big man someday. We will rock you. I'm a satellite, I'm out
Just finished that stage show moments ago. I thought it was cool. Cool to see, if you ask me. I mean, of the shows, it was probably my least favorite, but I think a lot of people really enjoyed it because, you know, it's American rock and roll. I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard that sort of stuff, where maybe it was more exciting for them to hear some of those favorite rock and roll songs, but still a cool show. Glad I took the time to see that one. I'm not sure, like, if I were to prioritize, I mean, I wouldn't prioritize that one as much as the other ones if I were to come back on board the ship. But there are so many lines to try. I'm really impressed with the fact that they have a different show every night. We're talking about 7 nights of the week here, right? And it's just always a different show, which is really, really cool. Now, getting ready for dinner. Should be opening the dining halls momentarily. I did not eat earlier, so it'll be nice to get some food. I could definitely eat right now. But we'll grab some food in a moment. Again, absolutely loved the chance to explore Netherlands. Would love to come back and do some more. Didn't do quite as much as I'd like to do because, you know, time was limited, but something to think about maybe next time is, do I want to get off and do my own excursion? That way I can start several hours earlier and make the most of the day. But overall, still a fantastic day. Let's get some food. Actually, before dinner, a quick evening time stop off in the room and take a look at this sunset looking view outside my window towards the balcony there into Amsterdam. I noticed, really interesting, they have the fake birds flying over some of the buildings, maybe to keep the real seagulls away. I'm not really sure, but beautiful country. So glad I had a chance to see just the smallest bit today. I feel like cruising is probably a good way to preview a lot of places, figure out where you want to come back to and all of that, but at the same time, it can be a great way to experience them too. All right, Netherlands, looking forward to seeing you soon. And before we go anywhere, take a look at the program for tomorrow. It's the elegant evening, so tomorrow we'll want to dress elegant in the evening. Sunrise before 7 a.m. Sunset after 8 p.m. Nice long days now, and you're looking at really cold temperatures. Next port, Hamburg, so this is an at-sea day, but hopefully it's full of different activities. Look at that, 6 different opportunities for dance classes, so we're sure to catch at least one tomorrow. Maybe tonight at dinner, I should actually plan out my itinerary for tomorrow. I think that would be very nice. So, since there's so much to do on board the ship, and since I'm not getting off anywhere, let's take this to dinner and be able to plan while we're there. All right, seated for dinner now, and it's a good thing, because I'm ready to eat. We'll take a look at the activities for tomorrow while we do it. All right, we got some focaccia here to get us started, and this menu looks great, so I'm hopeful that it is great. Find out. But since we've got a moment, I gotta say my favorite part of that day in Amsterdam was the canal cruises. Just amazing. Again, I love to be on the water, so that was a highlight for me, but really cool to see just how the city was set up, from that bus tour to see those different buildings, those monuments, and just the language that was used. Many buildings had English text printed on them. It seemed like Dutch was the most common, but there were a few buildings named in English too, or had like second names in English. You could like see everything in Dutch, and then there was an English section, which was really cool to see as well. Overall, really, really dynamic city and dynamic area, right? We took this 1-hour bus ride to get down to Amsterdam, but so much to see there, right? It's a densely packed city, very surprisingly crowded. Still a fantastic time, and definitely looking forward to seeing more. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my server recommended the aubergine. I don't even remember what this one was. Was it aubergine? I think it was aubergine something. It's cheese, was it cheese risotto? Cheese ricotta? Something like that. Let me take a look at my phone, actually. It's the aubergine and scamorza, cheese Napoleon. It's cheese Napoleon here. Dig in, let you know what we think. It looks really, really good. Wow, that is really nice. I love the crispy, like, fried layers there. Almost does taste like calamari on its own, but very cheesy. And tomato, it's almost like a little pizza on its own. This is a winner. I like it. It's a good appetizer. I'd even say a very good appetizer. Don't know about like my favorite dish so far, but definitely up there. Gotta give it some serious points, maybe to the top 5. I like it. Cheers. Take a look at the calamari salad here. Very interesting. It's like a noodle. Looks like a calamari noodle going on the top. This was my choice. My server was kind enough to bring me both. We'll let you know what we think. See which is better. We're gonna find out. Yeah, I gotta give it to my server here. He was right. The other dish was better. You know, the cheese Napoleon is definitely the way to go. You know, I'm a big seafood person too, but yeah, this is interesting. So just like cold, you know, rings of calamari. Not bad, but not as good as the other one. That's right. Take a look at the shrimp risotto here for my entree this evening. Excited to dig into this one, let you know what you think. It sounded like it was a good option. It's not lamb, but I'm not really a lamb guy, but that was a recommendation, in case you were wondering what the recommendation was, so you can enjoy the lamb, if you're a lamb person. I'll let you know what you think of this. Oh, there's a little shrimp in here too, I didn't even notice that. Cheers. Yeah, that shrimp risotto is nice and creamy going on in there. Some good cheesy flavors, like a cheesy butter, and there's good shrimp flavor too. Lots of little shrimp scattered throughout, I like that. Good option. If you're not a lamb person, I guess. Take a look at the royal cake here. Looks delicious. You can see, maybe it'll be as good as the other evening's cake. And you've got the, I don't even remember what he said, spigonoli or spigonella chocolate. It's vanilla with chocolate in it. Like chocolate pieces, though, it looks like. Yeah, it seems like we're learning Italian pretty much as we go. That's nice. Decided to dig in, let you know what we think. This vanilla ice cream with the chocolate chips is not bad, but you know, it doesn't seem like it's the same vanilla as like the, what I call the eggnog vanilla ice cream. That's really good stuff. This is not bad. If you're like a chocolate chip, you're a big chocolate chip person, give this a shot. Not bad ice cream. I'll probably eat a good chunk of it, but I'm not sure it's like that top tier, the top league, you know. Let's try the royal cake. Decadent. It's like a brownie on the bottom. Cheers. This is a really good royal cake as well. It's a tough one to describe. I think it's like a Ferrero Rocher type, like top layer there with the brownie closer to the bottom. Very chocolatey, very tasty if you're a chocolate fan. Yeah, that's a winner for dessert. As usual. Right, the dessert takes the cake. Indeed. Getting a chance to see the dance class here in Amethyst Lounge. Glad I'm getting a chance to see it. Really interesting. And take a look outside. We have not yet left, but it's almost 10 p.m. so we should be rolling here in just a moment, away from the port of IJmuiden in the Netherlands. Beautiful place. Really, really enjoyed the Netherlands. I feel like I gotta come back for this one, you know? And France was great too, don't get me wrong. But Le Havre, I think, has a little bit less going on. Not to mention there's a lot of things that I really like about the Netherlands. Being on the water, like there's so much waterfront, the canal cruises and all that. It's a really interesting history that I found very interesting. You have the House of Anne Frank. I'd love to be able to walk through that one. So much more. But check out, I want to try some herring and some eel. I heard they like eel here. It's one of my favorite foods. Anyways, definitely looking forward to coming back to the Netherlands. Thanks so much for helping make today an amazing day. Don't forget to make your day an incredible day as well. Make sure you focus on the positive vibes. Look for the silver lining in everything you do. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed of future adventures heading your way. Until next time, play on.